Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kaiserreich. We have done a probably poorly planned out update to all our divisions. Only time will tell if we can produce enough military equipment for all of them. I'm wondering whether I should trade for more. Need factories, we don't even have two. Like, yeah, no, I'm good. Zhang Zhaolin assassinated. Alright, so now the north, yeah, these guys are now like totally controlled by the, I should probably back up to, like, Zhangzhou. Yep. American Constitution. Morocco's joined the Entente? Huh? That's random? I mean, okay. I wish the best of luck. End of the American Civil War. America thrives on freedom, not socialism. Note that our ideology is not necessarily pro-socialist. Anyways. Hopefully. We got mountain infantry. We should probably... Nope, we don't quite have enough XPs. We could bum rush auto carbines. I have no idea if that's a good idea. I think probably not, given our current situation. Radios. Advanced fire control. Better navy? Better artillery. Not tanks. That recon company. Or actually, let's do logistics company. Logistics company seems like a good idea. Okay. The fact that we managed to break through here is interesting. What's up if we just, like, attack there? Netherlands have capitulated. That's bad for us, I think. We want to probably anchor the line by holding this point. Not that we're that critical to it, but, like, it is what it is. So, we are low on infantry equipment. We are low on support equipment. It is probably in our best interest to... Oh, we don't have enough convoys. Oh no. Well, darn it. I'm gonna fall back. To Ligny. Southern Rhodesia's capitulated. Okie dokie. And there's our reserve officer training. Whoa! We can land reform. Oh, that's where all the factories went. I'm like, why don't we have any factories? Because that's why we don't have any factories. Anyways. Modern Philippines. Interesting. I'm thinking about things. Alright, we're going to do a modern Philippines. Our former masters thought us a primitive, but it was they who were responsible for a rude state. Was it not the Spanish who chained us with reaction and religious obscuritarianism? Was it not the Americans who fettered us with economic backwardness? In the truth, the Filipinos are a forward-looking people, ever eager to engage with the modern world, take up the latest technological and scientific advancements. Sure, I believe that. Seems pretty reasonable. Broadly speaking, colonialism, not great for anyone. I mean, notably, one of the most sort of like economically advanced nations in East Asia is the one that never got colonized. Which, you know, that as a data point, I think that is probably not as much of a slam dunk as one might think. You know, there is some, like, survivorship bias going on there. But I also think it is worth noting that places that are super colonized may have some, like, certain developed elements that, you know, let the colonizers extract resources, but ultimately, you know, I think it is to the benefit of the colonizers. Otherwise, why would you do it? You know, I don't think this is necessarily all that, like, this is not a controversial statement that, like, colonialism is bad, okay? But, you know, there are people who make that defense. Anyways, Warsaw's fallen. That's probably bad. It's probably bad for Germany. Ooh, no, never mind. It's bad for the Polish Republic. Yeah, sorry, Republic of Poland. Though, you are in the Moscow Accord, so you might survive. Republic of Poland's capitulated. R.I.P. Poland. You could not into space. That is an ancient joke at this point. Yeah, I'm willing to throw my back into this. Try to hold Jinan. Is attacking here even a smart idea? Probably close combat, I guess. Maybe night fighting? I don't know. Let's see. Probably centralized control. I don't know how effective those are, but, you know. Yeah, we'll throw our hat in the... Nope, nope, we're not throwing our hat in the ring. Nope, nope, nope. We'll take Jinan when we are darn well ready to. Who do these guys belong to? They're pro-German. They support the Germans! And also the Nanjing Provisional Government, which, yeah, pro-German. Looks like the Germans are gonna come out on top. Is Siam even in an alliance with the... No, they have not allied themselves with the Japanese. What are the Japanese up to? I don't know.
Ready, sir.
We're not really making tons of progress here, but, you know. Is what it is. We are going to use up our last civilian factory on land reform. We no longer have any civilian factories currently. Better research speed is pretty good. Yeah, that'll be a net buff. Won't it? Nice. We're holding Heibi well. We're not contributing. Kingdom of Finland's capitulated. The Germans are losing. Not in the east. They are losing in the west. Modern Philippines. Kazan's triumph. Anyways. We probably want to do some more stuff over here. So the question is, do we want to... This doesn't do anything. Okay. So... Yeah, independence is not a thing. We could encourage native... I think this is kind of potato-potato. Narratively speaking, I think we're going to encourage native retailers. Philippine commerce, from the large warehouses of Manila to the little shops in every barangay, is dominated by the Chinese. That's literally true. It's a minority of people from China. There's no reason why native Filipinos should not be able to break this monopoly and become shopkeepers themselves. If we open lines of credit to these citizens who are interested in starting a retail enterprises, they will be able to more easily compete with these foreigners. Does this do anything? It doesn't. We could try to defend Shimen, but I don't like how cut off it is, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to get more better anti-air. Yeah, I'm not super keen on throwing myself in that particular meat grinder. Alright, sure. Better anti-air, better anti-tank. We will use it all. Yeah, we will use it all. Belarus has capitulated. This does not bode well. Yeah, the Reichspakt is getting slowly crushed. If I choose to align myself with the Germans, it will be on the losing side. Interesting. Hawaii is still Third International, huh? Mongolia declared war on the Xinjiang clique, which is... Okay, so the Mongolians are actually throwing themselves, technically, throwing their weight behind the Japanese, which is weird, but whatever, okay. Argentina has joined the International. Good for them, I guess. I'll take the walk up to Shimen. Brazil's joined the Reichspakt. Okay, so this really is a world war. So we've got the Moscow Accord and the Third International fighting the Reichspakt and the Entente. Yeah. Yikers. Yikers on a bikers. Anyways. This is the aforementioned bikers that's a yikers on, just so you know. I'm going to improve our recon. I think holding Shimen here is pretty important. Excuse me. We got trains. We can commandeer them civilianly. How many trains do we even have? We have 20. That's enough. We'll get better logistics. I think that might be valuable in the long term. Yeah. How is our logistics? It has started to improve. It's still not really good, but it is better than nothing. That's not a rhyme that works. I don't know why I tried. But when I tried to rhyme like that, it made me want to cry. There we go, that worked better. Yeah, let's just go in on Jinan. Seems like a waste of Filipino lives. So let's not do that. We don't have infinity manpower. I feel like pinning these forces here is actually pretty valuable. Oh nice, we're actually gonna win. Uh-oh. The fall of Berlin. Reports from Berlin confirm that the German capital has been captured by advancing Communard troops. And this is true. It is actually the Commune of France doing it. After long, merciless fighting through the greatest city in the Reichspakt, German forces put up stiff resistance, hoping to delay the Communard forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. As shocked Berliners looked on, the Communard army paraded down the central archway of the Brandenburg Gate, an act formally restricted to the Kaiser and his family alone, before organizing a choir to sing the Internationale, as the famous monument was draped in Communard banners for all the world to see. The next days have seen Communard forces rounding up German soldiers and dignitaries, bringing them away in military police wagons. A great victory for the Commune of France, indeed. So much for the Kaiserreich. It looks like it's the Japanese or the highway. And maybe it's time to ride the highway. You know, I think I'm going to go build fertilizer plants. If we were to begin the development of a chemical industry, it only makes sense to start with products for agricultural applications. Ammonium sulfate is the cheapest and easiest nitrogen fertilizer to produce. It may be less potent than most fertilizers, but applications would still yield considerable results for our farm's productivity. We'll go with that. You know, in a world where I'm allowed to make, like, free alliances, I feel like this would be a case where I would want to strategically align myself with the Russians? I guess? I mean, I would really like to align myself with the Entente, but neither the Russians nor the Entente have any presence in the frickin' Pacific. Do I want to try to sever this rail link? I might actually. You've juiced yourself out. I'm actually going to move here. So I don't get, like, rolled over. Move out! I'm going to move up to Baoding. It's not a terribly weak position. Yeah, it's never going to work. Holding Baoding is a good idea. And in fact, it's such a good idea that I think I'm going to send my other division up to just go do that. It's better for us to concentrate our forces, I think. Lithuania has capitulated. The Russians continue to make progress. Much of Poland has been liberated. They made the right decision, siding with the Russians. Though, you know, and it qualifies the lesser of two evils. It's sometimes still better to, you know, though I still think that the Polish would consider them evil, I really do think they are the lesser of two evils. I don't see much hope for the Germans at this point. I'm really not impressed. Maybe we'll see something. The Iranians have been holding on heroically, frankly. I'm pretty buzzed about that. Ooh, we got knocked out of Baoding. Let's pull back to Shemen. Now, where do we want to go? New Zealand has capitulated the Australasian Union. Holy guacamole. Oh, it's the... Oh, right. This war is happening here as well. Because the Third International seems to be basically everywhere. Paraguay. Oh, man, Paraguay. Look at this. That's rough, dude. That's a rough Paraguay situation going on there. I'm surprised the Andean Popular Confederation has not joined the Reichspakt. Or, I mean, the Third International. Yeah, it'd be weird if they joined the Reichspakt. They're totalists. We are not going to do that yet. Cipher the Empire of Japan is decrypted. Let's see. That is valuable. The other folks we might want to decrypt are like the Australasian Union, weirdly. Yeah, my divisions are not really able to link up. Ooh, they took Qingdao, but they're getting overrun. Sort of seesaw back and forth situation is interesting. Holding this tile is increasingly not useful. So I might actually just... I might fall back while I still have the chance. It's technically 41, which means... probably want better production efficiency. But industrial tax is the real answer here. Give me a moment. There we go. And, one of you go here. One of you go here. We'll figure out the rest when we get to it. Yeah, we're at 33 out of 33. Holy guacamole. Hopefully you guys can retreat soon. You did it, you retreated. We may need to fall back from Shimen, but holding Shimen is... we gotta get back to Heibi at least. Time to build fertilizer plants. Can we prep button? We can legislate freedom to get more stability. But fortunately, we don't need to. Because we're gotta get the key to economic nationalism. For decades, leaders of the Philippines have talked of nationalism and our national aspirations. We've worked towards independence, the development of political institutions. But there's more to nationalism than this. To become a truly independent nation, we must assert control over domestic trade and commerce and build up indigenous Philippine wealth. So true. Alright. But that is going to be enough for today. We've been building up our economy. And the Reichspakt has fallen. Like, Berlin has fallen. Which does change the geopolitical calculation vis-a-vis Germany, East Asia, and the Dutch East Indies. But we'll see how that develops. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.